Hey guys, I've come to a place called Two Rocks, which is a suburb north of Perth, on the ocean. Nothing too special about it, but back in the 80s it used to be a popular place because it had a theme park here called Atlantis Marine Park. And the only thing left of it now is this statue, King Neptune. And he once used to look over the park of Atlantis. And it's now been heritage listed, and it's the only thing left really, because the rest of the park's been demolished and set up now for future housing. But it ran from 1981 to 1990, and it was mainly marine life, and it had dolphins and sea lions. They used to perform and do tricks and put on shows. But yeah, it became derelict because it closed down in 1990 and it was just all in ruins for a while. And this land here that I'm showing used to be where it was. It's just all been filled in during 2022 actually. Ready for houses to be built on it. It only went for 9 years because the place sort of lost its popularity after a while, and also when more dolphins were born the tanks weren't big enough to hold them all, and it was going to cost them a lot to put in new tanks and redo the place up, and with it not being so popular anymore they just decided to close it. But it was one of the best places in Perth at the time during the 80s, and a lot of school excursions were held and went up there. It used to have a lot of graffiti on this actually, and they cleaned it up probably about 3 years ago now, and there's no graffiti on there at the moment, which is good. They've got surveillance cameras looking at the place constantly. There's the back of it. It's pretty big, it's quite tall. There's a security camera. Let's check what's in here inside it. All the metal, all rusting away. Right in the ocean here, so get a lot of salt ocean spray on it. Yeah, at the back of it's just some more vacant land, which used to be part of the park in the 80s. You can see over there some kind of moat where water used to flow. That's my hand. When the marine park was running during the 80s, used to look up on the hill and see King Neptune looking down upon everything. So it still has that feel to it. It's still sitting up on the hill, just looking down on an empty block and some roads at the moment though, so things have changed. Well, I'm glad they're keeping it, preserve some of the history of the place. Something else I found up here was an old statue of a sea lion, slowly decaying from the 80s. Whatever that was is broken off now. Quite a friendly face and smile. Just up here, looks like another sea lion. This one lying down and someone's put a stick in its nose. Yeah, it's good that they've lasted this long. There's the head of King Neptune just looking over the top, keeping an eye on things. There's still a little bit of the ruins left. I went down and did a bit more exploring and I found this statue of some dolphins. This is up near the fence near the car park, so it would have been one of the entry points when the place was running in the 80s. Someone's tagged their signature on this guy, but you can make out the dolphin still. One getting squashed underneath it. Just a bunch of rocks underneath that. There's a snout of one of them and the fin of the other. Still looking in pretty good condition. You can see that it was based on top of metal and it's starting to be exposed now. But I found a few YouTube videos on Atlantis Marine Park, and some were done before the place got flattened by the bulldozers, which was pretty good, so I'll pin them in the description. And there's also one showing what it was like standing up at King Neptune when the place was running, so I'll put the timestamp on there as well on that particular video. But yeah, it's good that they kept this here, even though it's decaying. It's a reminder of what used to be here. Thanks for watching my video today, and I'll catch you in the next one.